So rival fans and pundits have, started questioning the activities of Chelsea in the transfer market. They have also called on the Football Association to look into the activities of Chelsea in the transfer market because the number of players Chelsea are buying currently, they say is becoming worrisome and outrageous. That Chelsea are looking to buy every player available in the market, and that they don't understand how Chelsea, continues to manipulate and, dribble the financial fair play rules or the PSR rules, and so they are calling for the FA to look into the books of Chelsea. But they have forgotten that as Chelsea are making buys, Chelsea are also selling players. Chelsea have sold Kepa Arrizabalaga to Arsenal. Chelsea have sold Noni Madueke to Arsenal. Chelsea have sent Mamadou Sarr on loan to Strasbourg. Chelsea have sent Mike Penders on loan to Strasbourg. Chelsea are currently looking for buyers for Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea are currently looking for buyers for Sterling. Chelsea are currently looking for buyers for João Felix. In fact, Benfica has made approach to Chelsea for João Felix. Chelsea are also looking for buyers for Nkunku. Chelsea have returned Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. Look at the number of players that Chelsea have returned. How many clubs are able to ship out such number of players? Look at Kendrick Piers. They've also shipped him away. They have been shipping players. As they are buying, they are offloading. So they are balancing their books, but they will not want to tell you this. They will not want to look into that. They are only looking into, this Chelsea are now, they bought Gittens, they bought Liam Delap, they bought João Pedro, Estabo Williams has come into the ranks. Now they are looking at Javi Simons, they are looking at Jordan Hato, that all these players, how will Chelsea just be packing all these players? That what is really happening, that the FA should look into the books of Chelsea. But they have forgotten that Chelsea are also selling players. Now, let us look into Chelsea proper. It is going to interest you what you are going to discover about Chelsea proper. There has been very serious shift in the mentality. I should call it a paradigm shift in the approach of Chelsea Football Club currently. But let us look at during the time of Roman Abramovich. Now, during the time of Roman Abramovich, when we won our first Champions League, UEFA Champions League trophy, it was against Bayern Munich. How did we play? We were the underdogs. We were performing below par. But then what happened? We were able to fork out results from difficult games. We sit back, we always sat back, defend, and then, run other teams on the counter-attack. And that was exactly what we did to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich played Chelsea from the first minute to the last minute. And when they got that first goal, Chelsea had to push, and through DJ Drogba, got the equalizing goal. Chelsea did not play the best of football on that day. It was Bayern Munich that played beautiful football on that day. And then Chelsea were able to get the result and win that Champions League. Fast forward to 2021-2022. Chelsea won the UEFA Champions League trophy again. How did it happen? Manchester City were the better team on the day. They performed brilliantly, they played well, but then Chelsea sat back, sucked up the pressure, and then got them on the counter-attack and were able to get the goal. And won the game by a goal. That was how Chelsea won the second UEFA Champions League trophy. They weren't the most beautiful team. They weren't playing those beautiful games. They weren't pressuring their opponent. They just sat back, defended properly, and then got the counter-attack and won the game. Now, let us fast forward to when Roman Abramovich was about to leave Chelsea due to all those shenanigans that happened during that time. And then he made a promise to the Chelsea fans and the Chelsea faithfuls. He said he was going to hand over the club to someone who is going to understand the trajectory at which he wants this club to go to, and someone who is going to ensure that Chelsea continues in the light of winning trophies and being the best they can be. And he has kept to his promise. Todd Boehly and Egbali. These two men are phenomenal. These are phenomenal men, and they had plans, very good plans for Chelsea. Why would I say so? Look at the two finals that Chelsea have played in and Chelsea have won. What did you see? Chelsea outclassed their opponent. Chelsea outclassed Real Betis, beat them by 4-1. Look at the FIFA Club World Cup. Chelsea outclassed PSG, beating them by 3-0. It was a beautiful game from the beginning to the end of the game. It was a completely beautiful game that they played. It wasn't like other finals that Chelsea will sit back, suck up the pressure, and then be waiting for counter-attack. It was from the very first minute Chelsea will play you for good football, and you will be on your seat enjoying good football till the end. Prior to this time, Chelsea fans will always sit quietly and wait for when they score. When they score, you see them celebrating. But when the game is on, they cannot say anything because they don't play any good football. They just sit back, suck up the pressure, and wait for counter-attack. But currently, where the Chelsea team is going to is a team that would, will deal with you from the very first minute, play you beautiful football, pass the ball around you with the energetic young guys around. They will teach you how to play football and then beat you on top of it. That is the team that Chelsea is currently building. And that is a team that every other team is afraid of. Chelsea is a team that no team will want to play against. They will want or prefer to play against any other team than Chelsea. This is the trajectory they are moving to. This is what Chelsea is cooking. This is what they are doing. But many persons do not really understand. Many persons have not seen. Many persons have not understood that the Chelsea's game has changed. They no longer come to the final to sit back, suck up pressure, and then come to counter-attack. No. They now play beautiful football. Have you watched Chelsea recently? The tiki-taka, they play it. The beautiful football, the openings, the runs. They give you that feel, that enjoyment that you deserve as a Chelsea fan. From the beginning of the match to the end of the match, you enjoy good football. That is the direction Chelsea is moving at. And with time, this season, Chelsea is going to compete for everything. That is something you must know. Chelsea is going to compete for everything. And that is why they are moving into the transfer market heavily. They want to ensure that every department is covered. Every department has a first player and then a very good player to back up that first player. In case you have injury, in case you have setback, in case you have someone who is on suspension, the other player can come in and fill in that space. That is what you need to understand. And you understand that rotation is a must. That fatigue will definitely set in. You can't be using one player all the time. There are times where Kopama fatigue will come in. You rest Kopama, play Xavi Simons. There are times where Pedro will be tired. You play Stavo Williams. There are times where Gittens will be tired. Jean Pedro can come into that area. There are times where Jean Pedro will be tired in the center forward. Liam Delap will come in. There are times where you see Caicedo will be, Esugo will come in. There are times where Marco Correa will be there, will not be performing to his best. He will be tired. You have Gerard Atto to come in and play there. You have Kowu, you have Badeshil, you have Tosin Adarabioyo, you have this other guy. Look at Gusto and James. Look at Sanchez and Jorgensen. This is what we want for the team, because they will be competing at a very high level. This is no longer Conference League where you can say you can use any team B and play. You are playing Champions League where you have the best of the best. You are playing Premier League where the intensity is very high. And then you are playing possibly FA Cup, Carling Cup, and every other competitions around that will come for you. It requires a high level of concentration, a high level of rotation. And that is why it is interesting to be a Chelsea fan. It is interesting to understand that Enzo Maresca loves this rotational football, because it will give the players time to rest, recover, remove fatigue from them, and then place them in a better position to give their best, to give out their best. This is a situation of things in Chelsea, especially Chelsea fans who are saying, is it not much? Calm down. Chelsea is cooking. There's something they are looking at, and they are going for it. And you discover that the way they are sending their young players, you discover that soon they will need not to be buying players. They will just be getting their young players into the ranks, and things will be moving on well. Understand the trajectory. Understand that Chelsea's style of play has changed. It has transitioned from that level of the Didier Drogba time to this level where we play beautiful football, and we dismantled our opponent from the beginning of the game to the very end of the game. This is the beautiful thing that Enzo Maresca is doing, and the new owners of the club are doing, and we must praise them and give them their flowers for this. Let us know what you think about this in the comment section.